There have been more than 5,000 wildfires over this 2024 season alone in Canada, bringing devastation to communities such as Jasper. Those working on the front lines battling the flames have also felt the impact. The BC Wildfire Service and other agencies say they've been making sure firefighters have mental health supports ready, and a conference is now being planned in Alberta after holding 2 successful events in Ontario. Organizers say the conference is an opportunity to highlight the work people exposed to trauma are doing, as well as the dangers and challenges they are facing. My next guest is one of the organizers behind this upcoming conference. As a firefighter, he's also experienced firsthand the mental toll of being a first responder. Ian Hall is the Edmonton ambassador for Wounded Warriors Canada. Ian joins me from Edmonton. Thank you so much, Ian, for giving me your time today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on this evening.
You have extensive, experience in your career and what you've done. And I know last month you were there with first responders facing challenge after challenge, what happened there in Jasper. Can you walk us through what some of that experience was like?
Well, it was different working with different organizations from across the province. I was part of a small contingent deployed from my department, and we met up with hundreds of firefighters from across the province, both professional full-time and volunteer part-time firefighters, all working together to do our best efforts there in Jasper. And it really, for me, brought the impact of when I came back within hours of being home. I had a phone call from our peer support team to check in to see how we were doing. And I had the realization that smaller departments, the volunteer departments, don't have access to those services. And it really highlighted the need to have a mental health conference to get the information to all first responders across the province, and to get some of the best minds in Canada together to pass on their wisdom to the management, the unions, and the members of these departments.
It's been so critical to break down that barrier of PTSD, that barrier of the need to having mental health supports, as you mentioned there, even just getting that phone call, that reach out to see how you were doing, and of course knowing that those in smaller departments don't have access to that. Talk to me a bit more about, as you mentioned, the words of wisdom, the knowledge that's going to be needed to now take this information and apply it right across the board so first responders everywhere will have access to supports.
And that's the great thing, and why I started working with Wounded Warriors Canada is we got a hold of some great practitioners. There's 2 ladies I work here with in Edmonton who run the Warriors Kids program, who put together a program for children of first responders, because sometimes the family units get missed out. The first responders may have access to services and care, but sometimes the family, especially the children, get missed out. So they put one of the only programs I'm aware of towards children together. It's a great program, and being able to expose that to the first responders and the management coming to this conference is going to be exceptional. Dr. Tim Black, who was one of the first practitioners that Wounded Warriors reached out to, he's going to be there. It's a great group of people. Dr. Megan, who put together the BOSS program, which is the Before Operational Stress program that we want to get delivered into the recruit programs of firefighters, paramedics, police officers, to give them the tools and the training to understand the mental health exposures, how they could react to them, giving them some tools, just like you would give them any other training that they're receiving as a recruit.
Yeah, and being able to understand and know that there's somewhere where they can go for help. What are some of the narratives? What have you heard from some of your colleagues? What have you heard from some of the families now that you work with?
We've come a long way.
Yeah.
I think about my introductory to mental health when I joined the military in the 1990s. We've come a long way since then. We have a lot of programs. We have a lot of services that people can access. My own personal experience, I've lost 2 good friends over the last 3 years to suicide. So it shows that we do have programs, we do have access to services, but we still have a ways to go. We're still in the middle of the fight right now. We're not finished. And that's why, this conference is going to be so great. As you mentioned before, the first time it's happening in Alberta, getting these people together, some great workshops planned. That we need to keep doing better. We need to hold ourselves, our departments, our facilitators to a higher standard so that, we can continue to have great careers. I love firefighting. It's the best job I ever had in my life. I've met some great people. We need to keep those people on the front lines. We need to keep them working, and we need to give them the tools and the support they can to continue their careers. And when they retire, to have a great retirement, to have their family with them, and enjoy their life.
Before I let you go, we know, of course, bringing it to Alberta is pretty significant considering what's been going on this year, what they've experienced over the years. Talk to me a little bit more, Ian, before I let you go, about the motivation to expand it now to this province, 2 successful conferences in Ontario, but certainly a need in Alberta.
Yeah, this is a big country. We've got a lot of people in Alberta. We have a lot of people spread all over the place. And getting back to talking with Jasper, there was departments from every corner of this province there, all working together, all seeing the devastation that was around us, and all having to go back to our home departments. And we need this kind of program, this conference, and the supports that Wounded Warriors offers available, and not necessarily available, but people need to know how to access them and how to get a hold of them.
Ian, it's been such a pleasure speaking with you, and our condolences for the loss of your friends. And of course, the work that you and all these firefighters and first responders do is just, unbelievably heroic. Ian Hall is a firefighter and the Edmonton ambassador for Wounded Warriors Canada. Ian, appreciate your time. Thank you for this.
Thank you.